seems a little, maybe, Okie dokie. Hey guys, it's Grace, and today I'm going to be talking about 10 ways to save money in college, because you all know college is expensive. We gotta pay for that somehow. So here are some ways that I save my money. Number one, do not buy your coffee, just make your coffee. Some people don't realize how expensive it is annually, how much they spend on coffee. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will treat myself occasionally because, you know, I like that matcha green tea frap from Starbucks. But you don't catch me going to Starbucks more than once a week, which I don't even go once a week. It adds up. I looked up some statistics and prices and did the math. So excuse me while I read those down here. If you bought a white chocolate mocha frappuccino, which is $4.45, a grande, by the way, that would turn into $137.95 a month, and $1,655.40 a year. Add the $4.45 to a jar. If you did that every time you like stopped yourself from buying fast food or if coffee, literally anything that you don't need but you want, that would add up. And that's a big way I save my money, and it's great. And you could get like a whole 24 pack of K-Cups for like 20 bucks. Same thing goes with fast food. You can make your own food. You gotta learn at some point. Avoid name brand groceries as much as you can. And I love shopping at Aldi. Like if you did a blind taste test, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The only difference are like the labels on the outside. The first time, because for a while I wasn't able to go to Aldi's because I didn't know we had one here, and then I didn't know what time their hours were, and then I showed up late one night and they were closed, and once I went shopping, I needed like a lot of stuff. So I was in the checkout line and I was stressing out because I was like, oh, I think this is gonna be too expensive. Like, oh my God, like I usually have like a set limit I set for myself, and I go to check out and it was nearly half of what I thought it was going to be, the price. Same quality for a lesser price. Amazing. Number 3, get a credit card. Build your credit, because that will come in handy when you're trying to buy a car, buy a house, lease whatever, rent whatever, but don't build debt. Building debt is dumb. I have debt because of college, taking loans, whatever. Loans are loans. Credit card debt, in my opinion, unless it is absolutely necessary, is ridiculous. Buying clothes after clothes after clothes and online and building your debt does not make sense to me. It literally doesn't. Only spend money that you have. Just don't spend money you don't have. We're college students. We're all college students. You don't need that Gucci belt that you can't afford. So don't get it until you have a job and you can afford it. Number 4, this is more long-term savings. You have to take a bunch of loans, pay them off as soon as you can. That's why it frustrates me when people like online shop, because you have stuff hanging over you, debt hanging over you, and you're paying it over something that's gonna give you more debt. It just doesn't make sense. Try to take more subsidized loans, because you don't have to start paying that off, I believe, until after you graduate, until you're like stable in your career or whatever. Number 5, don't buy books until class starts unless your professor has been emailing, and a lot of times professors will either show you a cheaper option in class for the book, or they will tell you that you don't even need to buy that book. I can't tell you how many times, me included and my friends included, that freshmen will buy their books before class, go to class, and then the professor is like, all right, well, we're not gonna read that book, we're gonna read this book and that book, and then you're stuck with a book that you just bought that you don't need. So just wait it out, or email your professor to make sure before you buy your books, and rent them if you can, because the amount of times I will rent my books, because I don't have to deal with selling my books, I don't have to deal with buying full price. A lot of times I find books that are like less than half the price of like the retail price of the books, and they send you like an email with the label, and all you do is like package that book at the end of the semester, label it, and mail it back. And it's so simple and it's so easy, and it saves you so much money. Number 6, try to make use of your major now. Especially if you are in a design major, find ways that you can make money online. There's a lot of like websites that you can like kind of sell your work. Design things for organizations that are like themed towards people in school. Like I know some of my like graphic design friends, they would sell things to sororities and fraternities, like designs with their letters on it and like different like merch with their letters on it, and they would make a pretty decent amount of money. Number 7, avoid online shopping as much as possible. But the amount of times I'm sitting in like a lecture hall and I see like girls and guys online shopping. First of all, pay attention in class and you don't have to study as much anyway. Don't online shop because you're spending money that you don't see, so it's so much easier to spend and spend and spend, and then your credit card bill comes in and you have so much more debt than you thought that you would. Number 8, this is something that I live by. Go to thrift stores, go to consignment stores, go to like secondhand. It's not bad to go. It's turning into a trendy thing. Just pretend like you're being trendy instead of financially smart, which I guess is not a good thing anymore. And there's DIYs on YouTube that are so easy. Now, I'm using this as an example. I didn't get it at a thrift store. I got it from my mom. She never wore it anymore. So I cut this jacket and like, it was like an extra large. It was down to my knees. I don't even know how my mom wore it ever. So I like cut it, and I cut it with scissors, or you can use an X-Acto knife, and then I used a cheese grater and I shaved the cut through 2 cycles in clothes dryer on high. And then it came out like this. And I get compliments on this all the time, and it cost me nothing. Number 9, buy secondhand furniture. You know, maybe not out of like a sketch neighborhood, around sketch people. I don't live in a dorm. I didn't live in a dorm last year. I don't live in a dorm this year. I was lucky last year where my arrangements, they were already furnished by my roommates. I was very lucky. I mean, aside from my room. But the house that I'm in right now, it's just me and my roommate Bree, and we furnished this house on our own. We just have our bedrooms, the bathroom, the living room, and the kitchen, so we didn't need all like that much. But all of our furniture is like secondhand or like super cheap IKEA furniture. My goal, my little plan, I'm getting the cheapest furniture that I can get while I'm in college, because I'm in college, and then when I graduate and I'm making more money and I like am financially stable and not as much debt, then I want to like refurnish wherever I'm living. Then that's when I'm gonna buy good things. You don't need fancy, expensive furniture in college, because most likely, no matter what, you're probably gonna get rid of most of what you have, whether it's fancy or not. Number 11, if you are good at like math or science or any mainstream class in your university, tutor and get paid to tutor. Because I know universities often have paid opportunities to be a tutor, or you can do like a freelance tutor and do it by word of mouth. Start tutoring your friends, and then once you show your friends that you're good at what you're doing, then they can tell they're like the next year, and then the next year. You could have like 3 solid years of tutoring for one class that you took your freshman year. Number 12, if you live on or near campus, walk as much as you can as long as the weather permits, because you not only will get exercise, you will also save money on gas. Walking is not a bad thing, and it's good for you, and you get sunlight, which is amazing when you're stressed and inside working on your homework all the time. Number 13, this kind of goes with online shopping, buying clothes, building debt, but a lot of people in college think it is absolutely necessary to buy an outfit for any and every event, but you don't need a new outfit. If you wear the same thing 2 weekends in a row, I guarantee nobody cares. And if they do, cut them out. Not cut them out, that's aggressive, but it really doesn't matter. Clothes don't matter. And when you realize that, it's great, because you save money and you look good and you feel good because you don't care. Number 14, live with others, because rent is cheaper, and I feel like that is very self-explanatory. Number 15, if you can get out of living in the dorms, get out of living in the dorms. I don't know about every single university out there, but at my university, they are expensive. Way too much money. Me and my mom did the math a couple weeks back. I don't have it with me right now, but I save hundreds of dollars a month just living not in the dorms, without a meal plan, making my own food. Utilities are not as bad as you think they are. You just have to be conscious and aware of not wasting water and turning off your lights, and even then, utilities aren't as scary. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned some ways to save some money. I hope this video helps. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, a comment, and subscribe, and share it with your fellow struggling college friends. And I will see you guys next Friday. Bye!